What drives someone to risk everything for speed? Buckle up, because today we're diving into the incredible and heart-wrenching story of Jessi Combs, the fastest woman on Earth. And trust me, this isn't just about cars or records. It's about dreams, resilience, and the pursuit of the impossible. Jessi Combs wasn't just another name in the racing world. From the moment she was born on July 27, 1980, in Rapid City, South Dakota, speed seemed to be etched into her DNA. But Jessi's journey wasn't just about adrenaline or breaking speed limits. It was about defying societal expectations and rewriting the rules of what women could achieve in a male-dominated world. Growing up surrounded by the picturesque Black Hills of South Dakota, Jessi's family instilled in her a love for adventure. Her parents encouraged curiosity and resilience, two traits that would serve her well in the years to come. As a child, she was fascinated by anything mechanical, often helping her father and grandfather in their garages. This early exposure to the inner workings of machines wasn't just a pastime. It was the foundation of a future career. By the time she was a teenager, Jessi had already developed a reputation as someone unafraid to get her hands dirty. But Jessi wasn't your average gearhead. While most kids her age were still figuring out their passions, Jessi had her sights set on the big leagues. She wasn't just interested in driving fast cars. She wanted to understand every nut and bolt that made them tick. This led her to Wyotech, a prestigious technical school in Wyoming, where she studied everything from custom fabrication to high-performance engines. Her time at Wyotech wasn't without challenges. In an industry dominated by men, Jessi often found herself underestimated. But rather than let the doubt of others deter her, she used it as fuel to excel. She graduated with honors and quickly proved she was more than capable of holding her own. And then, life threw Jessi her first big break. She landed a role on the popular TV show Overhaulin', where her talent for transforming cars into works of art captivated audiences. Soon, she became a household name, appearing on other shows like Extreme 4x4 and Mythbusters. These weren't just TV gigs. They were platforms where Jessi showcased her expertise and passion, inspiring countless young women to consider careers in automotive engineering. But for Jessi, fame was never the goal. She had a bigger dream, one that involved rewriting the record books. But here's a question for you. What makes someone risk everything to be the fastest? Is it the thrill, the legacy, or something deeper? Keep watching because the answer might surprise you. In 2013, Jessi did something extraordinary. She set a land speed record for four-wheeled vehicles, hitting a jaw-dropping 398 miles per hour. For reference, that's faster than most airplanes during takeoff. But the significance of this achievement went beyond the numbers. Jessi wasn't just competing against other racers. She was battling history, societal norms, and her own limitations. The car she used for this record-breaking run wasn't an ordinary race car. It was the North American Eagle Supersonic Speed Challenger, a marvel of engineering that combined aerodynamics, raw power, and human ingenuity. Originally a retired fighter jet, the car had been re-engineered to dominate land rather than air. Its 52,000 horsepower engine was capable of propelling it to speeds that seemed almost unfathomable. To drive a vehicle like this required more than just skill. It demanded courage, precision, and an almost spiritual connection to the machine. For Jessi, this wasn't just a race. It was a symphony of speed, where every decision could mean the difference between triumph and disaster. But setting records was only part of Jessi's story. She also made waves in off-road racing, competing in grueling events like the Baja 1000 and the King of the Hammers. These races tested not just her driving skills, but also her physical and mental endurance. Jessi excelled in these arenas, earning respect in a sport that often sidelined women. Her achievements didn't come without sacrifices. The world of high-speed racing is fraught with danger, and Jessi knew this better than anyone. She once reflected, "I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm not ready to die. Is this something I really want to die for?" These words, spoken before her final record attempt, now carry a haunting weight. Now here's the twist you didn't see coming. Jessi's story ends not with a celebration, but with tragedy. So, what really happened in the Alvord Desert that day? On August 27, 2019, Jessi set out to break the women's land speed record, which had stood untouched since 1976. The goal: to surpass 512 miles per hour. The Alvord Desert in Oregon, with its endless flat terrain, provided the perfect stage for this attempt. As Jessi climbed into the North American Eagle, the atmosphere was electric. Friends, family, and team members watched with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Jessi, however, was calm and focused. She had spent months preparing for this moment, fine-tuning the vehicle and mentally rehearsing every second of the run. When the engines roared to life, it was as if the entire desert held its breath. Jessi accelerated, her vehicle slicing through the air like a bullet. She reached speeds approaching 550 miles per hour, a feat that defied the limits of human capability. But then, tragedy struck. The front wheel assembly failed, likely after hitting a small object on the desert floor. At such extreme speeds, even the smallest flaw can have catastrophic consequences. Jessi's car lost control, crashing in a fiery explosion. She was killed instantly from blunt force trauma to the head. The news of her death sent shockwaves through the racing community and beyond. Tributes poured in from around the world, with fans and fellow racers mourning the loss of a true trailblazer. Jessi's story had ended, but her legacy was just beginning. But here's the real question. Does a life lived at full throttle burn out faster, or does it leave a mark that lasts forever? In 2020, nearly a year after her passing, Jessi was officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the fastest woman on Earth. Her average speed? 522.8 miles per hour. This wasn't just a record. It was a testament to her unrelenting spirit and the lengths she was willing to go to achieve greatness. But numbers alone can't capture the full scope of Jessi's impact. Beyond her achievements on the track, she was a fierce advocate for women in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Through her work, she shattered stereotypes and paved the way for future generations of female engineers and racers. Her family and friends, determined to keep her memory alive, founded the Jessi Combs Foundation. The organization's mission is to empower young women to pursue careers in male-dominated fields like automotive engineering and racing. Their motto, "What would Jessi do?" serves as a rallying cry for anyone striving to overcome obstacles and chase their dreams. The foundation offers scholarships, mentorship programs, and workshops aimed at inspiring the next generation of trailblazers. Through these efforts, Jessi's legacy continues to grow, touching the lives of countless young women around the world. Jessi once said, "If someone tells you you're crazy, take it as a compliment." For those who knew her, these words were more than advice. They were a reflection of her philosophy on life. Jessi believed in pushing boundaries, defying expectations, and embracing the unknown. And in doing so, she became a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to let fear hold you back. Now let me ask you, would you risk it all to follow your dreams? Would you chase something so big, so impossible, that people might call you crazy? Tell me in the comments.